Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today's video is a very much requested video. Like this video I decided to let my husband handle today's video, right? Yeah, are you okay with that?
Yeah, able and capable.
Yes, able and capable. So in this video he'll be telling us everything like moving here in the UK via study route, yeah, via tier 2.
Tier 4.
Via tier 4. Yes, so he'll be telling us everything, the process, documents, financial involvement, and all of those things. So if you are very much interested in this kind of video, please do not skip, okay? And please watch this video to the end. Meanwhile, thank you very much for 6K subscribers. I didn't know, so thank you thank you. So thank you so much.
Okay, guys, let's get down to business. First of all, when you want to come to the UK via tier 4 visa, in fact now they just call it only student visa. There are so many things that you have to take into consideration. Number one is the application process, which is actually the thing that's bringing you to the UK. Now you have to decide whether you want to do the application by yourself or through an agent. And whichever one you decide is very okay. It's just about your preference. Now, there are some advantages and disadvantages anyway. Yeah, when you do it by yourself, you have every information firsthand. You know the school contacts you directly. And whenever there is anything to do, they get to you straight ahead. But when you walk through an agent, everything will have to pass through the agent. But now the advantage is, working through an agent, most of them would have the right knowledge and the right information to give you. They will know the right person to contact in the school in case there is any issue. Now, another thing you have to look out for is there are some agents that are crooks, but there are some of them that are very genuine. When it gets to an agent, anybody that tells you bring money or for this or for that, please run. In most cases, agents that work for the schools in the UK will not demand 1 naira from you because normally the school pays them. From the school fees you pay, they get their share. So that's how it works. Now, during the application process, whether you're working through an agent or by yourself, there are some documents which you must provide. Now, these documents are required for your admission process. In fact, for them to know that it is you and you are qualified and all that. Of course, every school needs that. This about the WAEC certificate, of course, yeah. They need your WAEC. And for your information, you don't need to write IELTS to study in the UK. But since we write WAEC in Nigeria, if you pass your WAEC, if you pass your English in WAEC with at least a C, you don't need to write any IELTS because that alone qualifies. That's why they require your WAEC results. So you send your WAEC result to the school, you send your degree certificate to the school, then data page of your passport, and finally you write a statement of papers. Now, when you're looking for the course you want to study, there are some things you need to take care of. First of all, don't just apply for a course because you think, the name sounds good. Think about a course that you are absolutely qualified for. That will give you an edge. Now, one thing good about UK is even if you have a gap in your studies, it doesn't really matter. Provided, okay, in most cases, if you have done any course in between, for instance, a PGD or any certificate course at all, it will help you in your application. The only thing you need to do is put in all those certificates, your statements, your transcripts, and your certificates. And once they look at it, that will help them to make the judgment and give you admission straight ahead. And again, another important thing is statement of papers. That is where you used to sell yourself. You tell your story, how you've gone through your educational journey, from where you started, where you've gotten to, and why you want to study that course. Not just that course, why you want to study it in the UK, and why you choose that particular school. After the admission, they'll send you admission letter. There is something the UK has just started doing recently, which is pre-CAS interview. Now, once you get your admission, the next thing they will not ask you to do is, okay, in that unconditional offer, they will tell you, okay, you've gotten the admission, then you need to pay school fees deposit. Now, after paying the deposit, you send them the receipt. Once they confirm, then they book you for pre-CAS interview. Now, most schools initially used to be less than £2,000, some schools 1,500, some schools £1,000, but as of this September, most schools capped it at £3,000. Now, it's not an issue because it's actually part of your school fees. So whichever course you're studying, for instance, if your course is the cost for your fees is £10,000 and you've already paid 3,000 before the pre-CAS interview, once you finish, your school fees balance is now 7,000. And now note that it is required that you pay at least 50% before your full enrollment in the course. And note that it's also refundable in case you fail the pre-CAS interview. In the interview, they will ask you the kind of questions that the visa guys could have asked. Now, they want to make sure that you actually come into the UK to study. So, research, because they will ask you different questions about your school, about your study, about your course, about why did you choose UK, why not other countries, why that particular school, and all those kind of questions. Now, the next step after you've gotten your CAS, because once you get you pass the pre-CAS interview, they will send you a mail. You've passed the pre-CAS interview, so this is your checklist. Provide this, provide this, provide this, provide that. Now, there are some things you need to send to the school before they can send you the CAS. Okay, now, for instance, CAS actually means confirmation of acceptance of studies. The school needs you to send them your account statement and your TB certificate. These are the important documents I want to see. Now, your account statement, before you can send it to the school, must have been in your bank account for at least 28 days. And it has to cover all the costs that you are supposed to show to the visa people. So the school don't want it to be that when the visa guys see your application, they'll be like, why didn't you guys scrutinize this person well? So you must have to have kept the money. Anyway, don't worry, we are coming to the breakdown of how much you need to put in your account for 28 days before you can give it to the visa. And no, these 28 days, okay, it's actually more advisable to leave it there for 30 days because the 28 days will not count the day you put it in and the day you printed the account statement. So you must have left it there for 29 days. Then on the 30th one, then you print it out. Then that's when the account is mature enough. Then during the visa application, so let's say you've gotten everything sent to the school, they send you your CAS, then you now have one of the major documents you need for your visa application. Now, other documents you need for your visa application are, okay, now let's take it this way. If you are single, you're coming alone, okay? Look at the documents you need. Number one, that CAS is very important. Then you have to do a TB test. IOM does that in Nigeria, and they'll give you a certificate if you are okay. And in fact, most people pass that, so it's not a problem. Then your account statement, which has to be for at least 28 consecutive days. If somebody's sponsoring you, then you need to get the sponsor letter of that person. For instance, your parents or your brother or whoever. The person's account statements too and sponsorship letter will be there. Now, if you are family and you're coming with your family, then of course the CAS must follow, the TB certificate, the account statement. Then you will write a consent letter. You and your wife will write a consent letter if you are coming with dependents, your children. Then you write, the person that is applying will write sponsorship letter for the spouse and the children. This is kind of telling the UK government that, okay, these people that are coming, they are coming because of me, and I'm going to be responsible for them, for their upkeep, for everything until I finish my studies and go back to my country with them. Then you have, of course, your passport data page. Then you have to put the birth certificates of your children, and of course your marriage certificate. That's what proves your relationship with them. Now let's get to the cost aspect. I'll be using US dollars in most of these things. Anyone that is not US dollars, I will still tell you, because actually they make it a bit flexible for us in Nigeria. You can pay with US dollars because of course they know it's easier for us to get US dollars than to get pounds in Nigeria. So for the TB test, that's the first thing you have to do. In fact, as soon as you decide to study in the UK, you've gotten your admission, the next thing you need to run and do is your TB test, because in some cases you may not get a date that is close. So once you know that you've decided and you've got your admission, do your TB test first. It's not too cost. That's about for an adult $150, and for children less than 11 years $60. Any child above 11 years $150. So once that one is ready, you remember you need this before you even apply for your CAS. Then once you've gotten that, the next thing is the visa application fees. Now this is how you calculate the money you need. First of all, as you are browsing for your course, you pick your course and check how much your school fees is. For instance, if your fees is £10,000, you put that. Then as soon as you pay the deposit, that will be subtracted from that. Then after that, the next thing you look at is the living expenses. Now there's a way to structure this thing. If you are going to stay in London, then the living expenses is £1,334 for 1 month. That's what you need to show in your bank account. Now, if your course is a 1-year course, then you multiply that by 9 months. The 9 months within a year are the months you will be in school. And the government doesn't want anything that will distract you from your studies. So you need to study within those 9 months. Even if you're doing any work, it will be just minor work that can give you small money, and not something that you will come and base the payment of your school fees on. Then for those with dependents, there is also a cost you must have to keep for their upkeep within those months. If you are staying outside of London, each dependent you must keep 680 Great Britain pounds for 1 month. Then multiply by 9 months if your course is a 1-year course. Then if it's more than a 1-year course, that's 840. If you are living inside London, then it is 845 pounds for 1 month. Multiply by 9 for 1 year. Now, if it is outside London that you're going, you need to show them 1,023 pounds per month. Any other place that is not London, 1,023 pounds, then you multiply it by 9. That's what will give you the amount of money you need to keep for 1 year. If your course is now more than 1 year, you multiply by the number of months that you need to be in school. So that's how to calculate that. The next expenses you need to consider is the visa application fees. Now, the application fee for visa is $503 for 1 person. So if you are a family, then you multiply that by the total number of you guys. Now that's one funny thing with the UK government. They don't care whether it's a child or an adult when it comes to visa application fees. That amount is what it is. Then after the visa application fee, you have to pay for the IHS, that's Immigration Health Surcharge. That is the things that will cover you if in case you get sick or something. Any cost that is more than any cost that is more than 1 year will pay $1,356 for the Immigration Health Surcharge. Apart from that, there are some other fees. This one is optional. If you want your visa application to be fast, you could pay for priority or super priority, but that totally depends on you. Priority visa is $308. That's the extra thing you pay, and if you pay that, your visa application will take barely 1 week and everything will be concluded. Then they have the one they call super priority. Super priority is about 900 and something US. If you pay for that one, within 24 hours they have concluded your visa and everything is done. These are the things that are required. So you have to check how many months your course is, how many months you're going to be in school, then how many months that you're going to be in school. But the UK government assumes that if it's a 1 year course, then it's 9. If it's a 2 years course, then it is 18 months that you're going to be in school. So all these things are the costs you are going to take into consideration when making your applications. Remember, you have to gather all this money as soon as possible, or as soon as you're getting close to your visa application. And note that this money must have been gathered, put in your bank account for 28 days without touching it. That is excluding the day you put in the money and the day you printed the statement, before you even apply for your CAS. Now, there's one interesting thing I discovered. The CAS is actually a big deal when it comes to visa application. That's why visa application for UK, once you get through the school stages, is now more or less easy, in quotes. Because before the school will give you that CAS, they will make sure you have your money, you pass the TB test, they have interviewed you, and they have confirmed you are coming to school. And now the visa application guys don't have much work to do. The school has done almost everything for them. Okay, school said you are good here, and once you get that CAS is like almost 50% of what you need to pass your visa application stage. And if you don't want to pay for priority visa, relax. Normally it takes about 2 weeks, unless there is any issue with your visa application, which they will also inform you on time. In case you have any question, please just drop it on the comment section and we'll answer you. Thank you.